Hello, mixtresses and mixters. Sorry for the shaky cam. I'm just too lazy to like reach all the way over here for my tripod. Like, ew. I just wanted to, because a few of you have asked to see the modifications that I did to the field tarot. So I only ended up modifying like 10 cards, but I'm going to show you what I did. So the Six of Pentacles, I just added little black fingernails, which I think turned out okay. I mean, it's like a little lumpy, but, you know, honestly, I don't go out and buy specific materials for the different projects that I do. I just use whatever I have on hand because I think it's my Aries moon. I just want to fucking get shit done. And I will sabotage myself for that reason. So these don't all look super great because I used like full regular size Sharpies in almost every case. I added a cat to the Queen of Wands. She looks a little like cheesy, but I just used black Sharpie and like a metallic gold Sharpie. I think it turned out okay. Like for personal use. I'm not unhappy with it. I'm fine. In the Temperance card, I added like the little sun at the top, and I added the rainbows going in between the cups. It's uneven because my markers are running out, so I just kind of leaned into it, and I even like distressed this little sun more than it started out being. I like it. I kind of wish I hadn't added the sun part, but I don't hate it. This Fool card, this one is one of the ones that's like more obviously like, that's pretty silly. But I added a skirt. I like the idea of the Fool being naked, but I added a skirt because of the like aggressive thigh gap that like gives me thoughts of body dysmorphia looking at it. So just personally. So I gave her a skirt. Not because I think she should be modest, but because her thigh gap didn't seem realistic to me. The Hierophant I have made much more fabulous. For some reason, the particular color combination of red and gold is religiously triggering to me. Do any of you guys know what I'm talking about? Basically, I used a silver metallic Sharpie to add, to make his staff into a more Hierophant looking staff, because before it was just like a cross. And I covered the gold that was on his cloak, and I covered his eyes. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, I think it looks fine, but I can see like it's pretty sloppy. But hey, it's on my own personal deck. Thank you again to Julie for giving it to me. I think that provided even more freedom for me, that I didn't have to feel bad that I spent money on it, like if I fuck it up. But I like it. I actually like what I did. This is the one that like I had already done. You can kind of like see her butt in this light. I might need to... My silver marker is just completely run out though, so I'm going to need a new one to fix that. But anyway. This was just another one where like the thigh gap was just a little too much, so I gave her a skirt. The Knight of Cups. I thought whenever I was in the video, I thought I was going to give him like voluminous hair, but I decided that that wasn't going to look realistic because he does have a hair texture. So I just gave him some jewelry because I just think he was too plain for a Knight of Cups. So I think he looks way better now. The Page of Cups, I gave the little fish. I gave her a fish because she looked like she was looking at something in the cup, but you couldn't see anything. There was nothing in the cup. So I just gave her a fish. Princess of Cups. The Two of Swords, all I did was put this moon at the top. And I'm happy with that because it kind of matches her hair. The Queen of Swords, I think you can kind of tell that I did try to like I wanted her eyes to be open, but I do not have the tools for that kind of delicate work, and it looked terrible. So I did something that is not recommended, but I got out like alcohol and like a cotton swab to take the makeup back off her face that I tried to put on it. So you can kind of see her face is sort of like distressed and purple now. But I did give her a little bit of jewelry. So not that she really needed it. All I really wanted to do to this card is give her a direct gaze. But that didn't work out. I totally messed it up with the tools that I have on hand. Maybe I'll try again if I can get some really, really fine tip markers. I might be able to give her open eyes, but I think it might just look weird. So I think it might not work. So I might just leave this card as is. But I'm really enjoying this deck. Is that everything? I know I altered 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so that's everything that I altered. I'm really loving this deck. It is such a different deck for me, just being all like super simple and pastel, but it's working for me. So really great. And it's even more special that it was a gift from you, Julie. If you're watching, thank you again so much. Check out my Ursula mug. Yeah. Okay. That's it, guys. I'm working on right now just like a little look into my life. This is more like a vlog than anything else. I'm currently going through all of my tarot decks. So here are most of them here. And I'm counting how many cards in my tarot decks that I hate. Because I'm wondering if there's a correlation between amount of cards that I hate and how much I use the deck. It doesn't seem like it's turning out that way. Because, like, for example, Darkwood Tarot, as you guys know, one of my very favorites, there are 10 cards in that deck that I, like, hate. But I love that deck. It's one of my top 2 decks. Sasseray Beto, 7 cards in that deck that I don't like. But I use that deck all the time, especially for clients. I love that deck. So it's not necessary. And I hardly ever use Lost Hollow, but there were only 4 cards in that deck that I don't like. Cat People is the winner so far. There was only 1 card in that whole deck that I didn't like. I don't even remember which one it was. It's not like I hate it. It just didn't really... Oh, I know what it was. It was the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups looks more like a 5 of Cups. It looks really kind of depressing. So that's, yeah. Anyway, you guys probably aren't here for random ramblings, but yeah. I'm thinking, oh, you guys, I haven't totally decided yet, but I might be letting this one go, which is really sad because it's so unique and I love the colors, but it just doesn't have a lot of internal consistency, as I would call it. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great Friday afternoon. I'm just going to go back to my little project of counting cards that I hate. Actually, you know what? Why not? You guys are used to me being weird and rambly. I'll let you in on the next part of my little journey here. So let's see how many cards in Field Tarot I hate. Not any of the ones I altered. I mean, hate is kind of a strong word because sometimes I'm just picking cards that I don't think match the meaning. Like, I like this imagery, but I have a hard time connecting it to a judgment card, so I'm going to put that in the don't really like it category. I need to pay attention to the keywords too. Competition I'm okay with as a keyword on 5 of Wands, but I don't really like that card. Oh, this is probably my favorite Emperor, like, ever. This is hard to do with one hand. Yeah, I don't like him. And I mean, there's no reason to not like him. Like, I love that there's a little bit of age diversity in this deck, but he just, like, looks like Sean Connery to me, and that is not the vibe And I know that he is the vibe for most people, so I'm sure many of you are disagreeing with me as I say that. But I do kind of find this Justice card to be a little boring, but actually the more I look at it, the more at peace I become with it. This one I was going to add pillars on either side of her, but I think it would have probably looked crappy if I did that. So I'm letting her be as she is. I like that Six of Swords. Need to pay. Oh yeah, I really don't like this Prince of Discs. Oh yeah, I really don't like him. Somebody said something like, you should add a lion. Yeah, I don't have that kind of artistic, like it would probably look bad. But I kind of enjoy, like I do prefer to see a lion or some, I actually don't need it to be a lion. I do like there to be animal energy in a strength card, but I can see just with the expression on her face, it feels to me like she has found her own inner strength and she doesn't need to. Yeah. I mean, should I, like I like the imagery on this card, but I don't like works as a keyword. So do I put that in the no pile? I think I'll just leave it. It's fine. Love that. Love that. Actually, I mean, I'm okay with the butt to butt. I guess I'm okay with this. But yeah, the fact that, like I've said before, I don't want to see like both of the like big love cards in the tarot deck being heteronormative. So this one's going to get put over here. I don't love that as an Ace of Pentacles, but I don't hate it, so I'm gonna leave it. For some reason, I'm just not into the pregnant vibe, probably because I'm not ever going to be a mother. But the fact that it's the Queen of Pentacles this time instead of, and she does look kind of sad. So I don't love this one, but I don't hate it, so it's fine. Yeah, I don't really like him. I think I can make my peace with him, though, eventually. That's not a hate scenario. Oh, this is one I altered. I didn't show you this one. This is probably the one I'm most disappointed in how I altered it because, yeah, I mean, I don't hate it, but this was just another one where even though she was laying on her side, she had thigh gap. So I covered it up. Doing a weird angle here, sorry. Yeah, I don't really like this one. Feels like somebody's on my porch right now. I love the keyword of energy, but I just don't like the way that this wand looks. It's just, again, for some reason, I didn't even realize this until recently. The combination of red and gold just is like a religious trigger for me. I don't know what that is. Growing up Baptist, I guess. But I don't hate it. This one just looks too thothy to me. But again, don't hate it. Okay, so how many do we end up with? This is just how I'm doing this particular project. Oh yeah, I have these two cards up here too. I love both of those though. Okay. Counting them with one hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I dislike 9 cards in the field tarot. Yeah, I don't think this experiment is really like proving any sort of scientific results. But it's been a fun project to do because I'm really trying to identify my own personal reasons for getting rid of decks so that I can prevent buying decks that I will eventually get rid of. I mean, I don't think that's ever fully going to happen, but at least I can cut back on decks that I acquire that I end up getting rid of. Oh, my coffee is empty. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for being here on this silly little journey. Sorry if this is super shaky. My phone has had problems with video processing lately, which is why I've been using my camcorder for everything, but I just kind of got this out. If it looks, I mean, it doesn't ever look terrible when I'm looking through the viewfinder. It's just like something that happens in the video processing later. So if it looks really terrible, like it's on a fucking boat, I will make sure to never do this to you guys again. Okay, thank you. Hope you're having a great day. I'm gonna go swimming later. Friday is my swimming day. I'm really excited because on this particular day, there's not going to be anybody at my aunt's house where I go swim. So I can just go, bring my music, dance around in the water all by myself. I'm really excited about that. Okay, anyway, love you guys. Bye.